All right, guys, welcome back to In the Pressbox episode 16. Today we have a live reaction right after the Tennessee and Alabama showdown in Rocky Top. Then we have Super Bowl recap, Daytona 500, Preds and Grizzlies. Then we have a couple of new games, last to leave the team, and AA average, like who would average the score or do this type of thing. We'll
Like
explain
average
later.
Americans.
Yeah. And then
An
statement.
average American can do it.
And then we have a new thing for predictions this week. Just for this week, it's a bold prediction for the upcoming year for 50 points. Next week, we'll resume our regularly scheduled predictions that we do every week. But let's get into it, you guys.
No. What predictions can we say who won last year and what they'll get? Or last season?
So you get listen. So you make a bold prediction for the upcoming year.
No. Like last season, like who won?
Well, yeah, of course we're gonna say that, but that's a surprise.
Okay.
For later. We'll tell you later who won. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into the reaction. Tennessee and Alabama. Tennessee beats Alabama. The floor is yours. Y'all are Tennessee fans. What do you think about it?
Oh, it was a great game. We're faster than them. We play better defense than them and better offense. We controlled the game the whole time. They kind of came back up. Good game for Tennessee. We kind of controlled the game, like I said, and we're kind of proving our point. We barely lost to some pretty good teams, and I think that's what it'll show down to. They'll finally know who Tennessee is now going into March Madness and the SEC tournament. It's Tennessee versus the world here. Aiden played good. Mayshak played good, and of course Ziegler and Vescovy played very good. And we were down some two good players with Triple J, Josiah Jordan James, and Jelaine Phillips. So I think losing them kind of sucked a little bit. I think if we would have had the easily 15-point game, but we still got the 9-point win, and a win's a win. So now we have a win against number 1 team, number 6 team, and the number 11 team. Who can stop us now?
Aiden, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just excited. Obviously Alabama coming in as the number 1 team, Tennessee coming in with 2 buzzer beater losses, and as a Tennessee fan, this is what you really need, to give us that boost again to start winning games and hopefully lead up to winning games in March, obviously for March Madness. And all we could say is Tennessee owns Alabama in football and basketball. So
Yeah, and even baseball.
Yeah, I think Tennessee, it was a great all-around performance. They forced turnovers when they needed to. Their defense played up to their capabilities. Vescovy did really well because he'd struggled the last couple of games. And I think all around it was actually a really, really good performance from the Vols. I don't think that Vols fans have a lot to complain about. And I think that the Vols can be scary. I don't think that they're going to be elite contenders like you guys do, but I think that they're going to be certainly scary, come tournament time. But I don't see them making it past the Elite Eight, if I'm being honest. And now they got a tough test against Kentucky upcoming on Saturday in Rupp Arena. So that place is going to be loud.
So can I ask 2 questions to you?
Yes.
Where did you see that Vescovy didn't play too well in the last 2 games?
Well, just by watching the games, a matter of him missing.
You just saw the last 2 plays.
How do you know that?
Because you can look at the stats, you can look at the whole game. You just because he missed a final free throw doesn't decline the whole game.
True, but I feel like in a clutch situation like that really is kind of a backbreaker for the team. And I thought that Vescovy really held his own, and when they needed him today, he was good. That's kind of what I mean by that. I don't mean that he was overall bad in the game, but I mean he really showed up, and I feel like that's been a knack against Vescovy. Does he show up in the big moments when they need him to make those free throws, right? What is he? He's something about 70-80%. Am I correct from the free throw line?
Yes, he's
okay.
about 78%.
So he's 70 and 80%, and then you missed those free throws against Vanderbilt. Oh, well, there's the excuse that he might be hurt. And then, Missouri, there's some missed free throws, and they were talking about it after the game. I know you guys weren't watching that, but they were talking about on that post-game show on SEC Now, they were talking about Vescovi, kind of how does he show up? He's kind of known as like a little bit of the veteran of the team, right? He's the older player. How does he show up? He shoots 78% from the free throw line, but when they need him to make the free throw to ice the game, he doesn't do it. Missouri then capitalizes and heaves it down the court. So I'm saying what he did today is he did what he needed to do. He made the free throws. Y'all ended up winning by what? 9. You ended up winning by 9. Why? Because you guys made the free throws, defended well, all-time low scoring.
Would have been 10.
Yeah, exactly. All-time low scoring for Alabama, right? Previous lowest score was 65 against Southern Alabama. Now it's 59 due to Tennessee's defense.
Not all time. It was this year.
And again, 19 turnovers. That's the big story of the game. Some of those turnovers were dumb stuff from Alabama, like what's this guy?
Not.
Yes, they were. Some of these things I don't understand. Why are we doing a behind the back spin when you try to pass the ball behind your back? There's no reason to one-hand it. You can hear the announcer.
Tennessee has a defense like that.
They're saying, why are you one-handing? Why are you doing that? And it's all because of this Tennessee defense that really showed up today. Are they elite? Are they contenders? Are they consistent? I'm not sold on them, but I'll tell you, it was a heck of a performance tonight. I want to see, though, what happens to Kentucky. If they beat Kentucky, then I'm back on the Tennessee train and saying, all right, they just had a rough stretch. They're back. If they don't beat Kentucky, then I think this was a little bit of a fluke. Now, what do you guys think? Like, let's be honest. If they beat Kentucky, do you see, if they don't beat Kentucky, what are you thinking? Because a lot of Tennessee fans were saying in the last couple of games, inconsistency has been the thing this year. Do you guys think that beating Kentucky officially puts you back on track, or do you not need to see that? You think you're already back on track with Alabama?
We're already back on track. Win or lose, we can be the worst team. I think our record is good enough now that kind of as long as we don't just go winless in the next couple of games, we just play good, and I think we're in.
Well, I'm not worried about you guys getting in. Of course, you're going to get in. I'm talking about are you on track to get far in March Madness?
Yeah.
If you lose to Kentucky, you're on track to get far in March Madness.
Yes. My only question to you is, what do you want Tennessee to improve to be an elite team?
To be consistent. Let's take a look at this. They have a bunch of wins, right? They stack up a bunch of wins early in the season. Let's see. How long were they undefeated? I'm going to go through this.
Tennessee?
They beat Tennessee Tech. Then they lose to Colorado. Then they go on this long winning streak, okay? About 4 or 5 games. Let's see. Still going. Nice win streak. Then they lose to Vanderbilt, okay? Then they lose to Kentucky. Okay, so not good. You got the January 10th, January 14th, back-to-back losses. Then you guys beat Mississippi State. Then you beat LSU. Then you get another win streak. Smash Texas, and everyone's going crazy, including me. Everyone's saying you guys are elite, right? Okay, so then you beat Texas. Then you lose to Florida. Okay, so then that's kind of a confidence drainer. Then you sneak by Auburn. Then you lose to Vanderbilt and Missouri. Okay, so you're coming in 1 out of your last 3 games, and then you just beat Alabama, the number 1 team. It makes 0 sense to me. It's just inconsistency. If they beat Kentucky, if they beat Texas A&M and take care of business against the rest of the teams, Tennessee's making it really far in the tournament. If they don't take care of business against bad teams like South Carolina, who, mind you, Vanderbilt just destroyed last night, then I don't see Tennessee making it far. That's just my opinion.
Well, Aiden, what are you kind of thinking? I know Benjamin's kind of stupid over here. I asked some questions about what they can improve on. So, what is your answer?
I just think that what Benjamin's saying about inconsistency is, I think it's weird because I think Tennessee, besides the lack of consistency, I think it doesn't make them a bad team. So I think they'll go far in the tournament.
So besides lack of consistency, it doesn't make them a bad team. So if you're inconsistent, you aren't going to make it far in the tournament because if you lose a game
Well,
in
I don't
March
know if you
Madness,
know
you're
this,
gone.
but
So if you're lack of consistent and you're heading into the NCAA tournament where if you lose a game, you're eliminated, that doesn't sound like it's going to make it far because you have to be consistent,
okay. I don't
right?
know
Like,
if you
let's
know
be
what
fair.
consistency means. Consistency means
Consistency means
you're
winning
going
night out,
up and
night in and
down,
night
up
out.
and down. We went up and then we barely went down. And then we just went up, up, up. And then we just kind of went on a tough stretch. We're going up since. So that's just one dip. That's one tough stretch that every team faces. You go to every team in the league, you'll find every team has at least one stretch where they kind of going down. They may be still getting those wins, but they're still kind of going down.
Well, I
That's
think
what
another,
makes a good team a good team. It's called
I,
adversity.
yeah, actually, that's a great point because if you, obviously our next topic here is about the Super Bowl. If you look at Jalen Hurts, he was benched in the championship and now look at him in the Super Bowl. So they did go through that rough stretch. Just my personal opinion, okay, and I know certainly the opinion of some Vols fans because I've been kind of reading what Vols fans have been saying, just like the general fan base. If they kind of take care of business against the rest of these teams, like y'all should beat South Carolina, they're 9-17, right? We can all agree, okay. If they take care of business against those teams, I'm sold on Tennessee. Then I believe, it's just a rough stretch. There's no inconsistency. But if they're kind of like, let's say like they lose a couple and then they win a couple and then they win a couple and then they lose one, then I'm not really too sold on them because if you lose, you're out of the tournament. So I just don't know. You know what I mean?
So wait, are you saying you rather beat a team like South Carolina than a team like Alabama?
No, I'm saying in order to prove to me that you guys are contenders, you guys have to take care of business against littler teams. You lost to Vanderbilt and we lost to Missouri. We lost to Florida. We survive against Auburn, right?
No, we beat
And we
them.
lose to
We beat them
Colorado
pretty
all
good.
the way back. So I just feel like a team like that's not as good. Fine, we'll use. How about this? Kentucky's the prime example because it's going to be a loud environment in Kentucky, right? I think that this game on Saturday is the ultimate test to see what this team is made of because it's going to be a loud environment. They don't have the home crowd to back them up, and if they win, because Kentucky, we can agree, is at least a solid team, right? Like they aren't great, but they're solid. You know what I mean? So I just feel like if they beat Kentucky, and like, you know what I mean? It's just all about consistency. It's about stringing together long winning streaks. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if that's bad teams, I'm just saying string long winning streaks. Because I feel like if you guys win out, you could very much argue that you guys could be up there in the top three, if not even first. Like, if you look at your schedule.
Yeah, this kind of happened last year. We were kind of on this position. We were kind of went up, and then we went kind of down. And right around SEC tournament, we were just destroying teams left and right. We beat top team Auburn, and then we just destroyed the SEC tournament.
Yep. I don't
So,
know.
Aiden, what are you kind of thinking as we kind of sum on now, kind of to the Super Bowl? Like, any final thoughts?
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we move on, Aiden?
Go Vols.
All right. Well, I'll take that. So the Vols beat Alabama. That's the number one story so far. They take down, mind you, number one Alabama, the best team according to the college playoff committee or whatever they are, the rankings.
I wouldn't say that. Tennessee's the best team.
I mean, you can argue that you beat Alabama. You beat the best.
First
you beat
time the number one team has gone down.
Did you guys beat Alabama earlier in the year? Who did we beat? Who did we beat that it was all like a big shock? Well, we destroyed Texas. That was a big shock.
Kansas.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the Super Bowl recap. But good things happening for Tennessee. Big test though on Saturday. Let's move on to the Super Bowl recap. So the Super Bowl has concluded. The Chiefs triumphed over the Eagles in a 38-35 win. Patrick Mahomes was spectacular and played through injury after aggravating his ankle injury. Jalen Hurts also had a great game, but fell just short at the end. Now, two questions here, you guys. Do you agree with the holding penalty at the end? That's the first question. What do you think about that? Do you agree with that holding penalty? It ended up costing the game. Remember, the Juju Smith-Schuster was held, and then the Chiefs were able to wind down the clock and kick the field goal. Do you agree with that holding penalty?
I would have. No, I don't agree with it.
Alex, what do you think?
I'm not going to say I agree with it, but I'm not going to say it was a bad call. I mean, it was 50-50, and that's kind of the way the game was going. And I think that, I know you wouldn't think about it as a big call, but if that would have been, like, midway during the game, no one would have said anything. I think it was a good call. That's kind of how the officiating's been all game. And I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was the right call, but it was tough. I don't blame. If I was an Eagles fan, I'd be furious. I think that would be the number one thing. I'd be very mad about that call. But I think it was probably the right call, as much as it probably hurts Philadelphia. But it was not. Now, the last question here, is it time to start considering Patrick Mahomes the GOAT of this generation? Like, is he better than Josh Allen, Burrow? Like, is Mahomes like the GOAT? Is he like the standard?
Yes.
Yeah. Tom Brady left.
I don't see how else he could be. He's won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, Patrick Mahomes wins another Super Bowl. Any final thoughts
MVP,
about the Super
and
Bowl?
MVP.
And MVP.
38 like awards.
Any final thoughts about the Super Bowl, you guys?
Go Vols.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the Daytona 500. So the NASCAR Cup Series is back with the 65th running of the Great American Race. With this, we get to see Cup legend Jimmy Johnson return back to the track. Who do you think will win this year's 500? I kind of go first. I know, I'm
kind of thirsty. 1 second, I'm kind of thirsty.
Okay.
I need to get my cup. Get it?
Yes, I got that one immediately. The Daytona 500. Okay, so I just kind of you guys can kind of bank off of me here. I think the favorite to win it is Joey Logano. Okay?
Yeah, go him.
Joey Logano is the favorite, the number 22 car. I think a underrated pick is Bubba Wallace. He's finished second in 2 out of the last 5 Daytona 500s. And he's really good at the super speedway tracks. But the ultimate underdog to me is Jimmy Johnson. And for those who don't know NASCAR, which is probably most of you, I don't really know NASCAR that well either. Jimmy Johnson's okay, you guys, it'd be if Drew Brees came out of retirement this year and then tried to win the Super Bowl.
So he's
does that make sense? You would think he would suck. Well, just about 20 minutes ago, he just raced his way into the Daytona 500. He just destroyed all the favorites. So they do these races, these duels, to see who gets to qualify, right? And he literally destroyed Joey Logano and all the favorites. So it's kind of interesting. It'd be if Drew Brees came back and beat Patrick Mahomes by a lot. So that's interesting. He's kind of the ultimate underdog, and that's who I'm picking to win the Daytona 500. I'm gonna go with Jimmy Johnson.
So what is your favorite and least favorite race
in the Cup Series? Favorite race? Just overall out of all races.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite race out of all races, F1, IndyCar.
Okay, don't be racist.
Probably I'm going to have to go with the Daytona 500. Barely, but I like the Indy 500.
So what's your least favorite one?
My least favorite?
Don't be racist.
I absolutely despise and hate the NASCAR track at Martinsville. Don't watch that race.
You're okay, good.
Don't watch that race. You will hate your day after you watch it. It is so boring, and all these people are it's a legendary track. We all love Martinsville. It is so boring. You just watch them go around in small little circles while it's raining and it's cloudy and it's depressing and it's in the middle of the forest in Virginia, and it is so boring. Don't watch it. Never ever recommend watching Martinsville.
Who I don't. I wouldn't recommend watching NASCAR in the first place.
I really wouldn't recommend watching NASCAR a lot either in the first place unless you really like cars. And the only reason I watch NASCAR is just really for the Daytona 500, and after that, I don't watch a lot of NASCAR unless I'm like desperate. Like during COVID, I watched NASCAR because it was like the only thing that was playing.
During COVID, I got kind of like into like WWE stuff.
Yeah, actually that would be an interesting question. Like, which sport did you like kind of get into? Because I feel like everyone, or like I guess hobby in general, everyone kind of found this like random hobby like while we were all waiting. Like for me, it was NASCAR, which is
Mine was like
weird.
WWE and like tag
Aiden,
completely.
Aiden, did you have like any sport or like activity that you just like got into randomly?
I can't really think of one right now.
Well, we did YouTube a lot. We
Yeah,
kind of
you
had a
guys did
YouTube
do
channel. We
YouTube.
would do like videos on there.
Uh huh.
Can
Like
y'all hear me good? Like when I talk, like it's like not all the way up.
no, everyone can hear you just fine.
Okay.
I can.
Cause you know those like vocal cords. It kind of tells you how loud you are on here.
Yeah.
Like yours is going all the way up. Mine's just not.
I don't know. I can hear you pretty loud and
Okay.
clear.
Good.
All right. Well, so that's what I think of the Daytona 500. If you're curious about that race, it's at what is it? I think it's going to be 1:30 Eastern. No, it's going to be 2:30 Eastern on Fox. So Central Time is 1:30 on Fox. I might be at that race cuz I'm going to Florida. So I might be
What day?
there.
What day? What day? You.
It's on Sunday. I might be
Okay.
there and I will let you guys know if it
Well,
is worth going and worth your money in time if I end up going.
is that
Probably not.
the game
But
to watch?
yeah, that's the game of the week to watch. If I'm being honest with you, that's or it's that or the All Star for NBA. Dang it, I should have included that, but we don't have a lot of time tonight, so watch that too. That's on TNT on Sunday night. You'll find it because like that's quality. But that's the thing of the week. My pick of the week is the Daytona 500, 1:30 Central Time on Fox on Sunday.
Don't play one of
All
those
right,
games now.
what? Yeah.
Games.
Okay, quickly, do you want to move on to Preds and Grizzlies for like 2 minutes and then we'll go?
Uh. Yeah.
Okay, this is like I'm asking you guys one question. Okay, both the Preds and Grizzlies have struggled as of late, especially with consistently winning. How do you think the Grizzlies will do in the playoffs? Quick, rapid fire.
They're still doing pretty good, and they kind of struggled a little bit. We're kind of out some good shooters. We got Luke Kennard to come in, kind of help real quickly. I think him, Deep Bain, Dylan Brooks, and obviously John Morant. We'll have two All Stars in Triple J and John Morant to work their magic. We'll be hot at the right time, and I'm telling
All
you
right,
guys, I'm calling it.
all right. Next question here.
World champions.
Next question here. Is it time to panic for the Predators as they lose to the Coyotes on Monday and have dropped a lot of points and are now 7 points out of a playoff spot? Dangerous, dangerous times approaching. They say that we need to win about 5 out of 6 games if we want to make the playoffs. Is it time to panic? Like, are you worried about the Predators?
I would be a little worried, but feel like I feel like the Predators could still do it, but I don't. I think it's definitely something you got to be worried about,
All
especially
right.
if you're down by that much
Hold
points.
on. Quick question. Aiden, quick question. Just yes or no. Should the Preds fire their coach and GM if we don't make the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
we're
all
gonna
I
have a
need.
tough stretch in
I would agree with that.
Boston, Panthers, Wild. So kind of a little tough stretch here.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now let's move on to the games. Alex, explain how they work. They're kind of
Which
your
one do you
idea.
want to do first?
Well, I had last leavers first. Like, who's like the last to leave the team?
So last leavers is kind of been said. We'll say a team. You'll say the last person to leave that team, and so it's kind of like a fun game.
Yep.
And we'll kind of say who we think is gonna be the last person,
All right.
and
Who
make
wants?
it kind of like a known player. Don't be like
And remember, while we're playing this game, you guys be thinking in your head. What's a bold prediction that you can make for like the upcoming year? before football season. Like I'm talking like summer and spring. You know what I mean? Like try to just think like something bold. Like I'm talking like for instance bold. This is not my prediction. Vanderbilt wins the national championship in basketball.
Okay, who's going first?
All right, I get who wants to go first. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
Who's going to be the last player to leave the Pistons? And they have to be kind of like a known player.
Oh man, that's so rare. Cade Cunningham.
I got
Hey,
maybe like a player like
they're.
Isaiah Stewart or James Wiseman. I got James Wiseman.
It's got to be Cade Cunningham. Wait, James Wiseman? Oh no way! What? James Wiseman from the World Trading. What? Wait! This is brand new news to me. How did I not know that Wiseman went to the Pistons?
They made that trade.
How did I not know that? Oh my goodness, this is crazy to me.
You not know the trade?
Nerlens Noel's pretty good too. I'm gonna go though still with Cade. Man,
Yeah.
they look better now. Let's go Pistons.
Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, maybe.
What about Bohan Bogdanovic? That guy's really famous,
But he's old.
but he's old, so they can kind of move on from him. God, they're bad. They're 15 and 44. All right, who wants to go
What about
next?
Jalen Duren?
Yeah, that's the one.
He's a rookie, but we don't really know.
I'm going to Cade Cunningham because he's their rookie. He's kind of like their future.
What?
Yeah. Well, he's not a rookie. Excuse me. Yeah, but he's their future. That's just what I think.
Okay.
He's out for the season, so we not got to see him a lot, but I feel like he can be really good. He was really good with Gonzaga. All right, who's next? Do you want me or Aiden to go?
Y'all pick.
All right, I guess I'll go. So this is funny. We both went to Detroit. Who would be the last to leave the Lions?
Guys, let me pull up their Lions roster real quick. Who did you put?
I'll go ahead and say I'm gonna have to go with Aiden Hutchinson because he's so valuable for that pass rush. I think he's gonna be one of the best players next year.
Yeah, on the rookie contract, and he'll get that big extension.
Exactly. Aiden, who do you think?
Do you see like a player like Josh Reynolds or a player like DeAndre Swift? I think I got DeAndre Swift. Nope, Josh Pascal. Sorry. Josh Pascal.
Over Amon Ross Brown or Jamison Williams? All right, Aiden, who do you think?
Maybe. I was gonna say Aiden Hutchinson, but I'm trying not to.
You can go with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, I'll go with Aiden Hutchinson.
All right, Aiden, who's your team? Who's the last to leave what team?
All right, last to leave the Tennessee Titans.
Oh. Ooh. Well, because like we know like a lot about the Titans, so like it's kind of this is tough. You know what? I'm gonna go with a surprise one. I think that the last one who should leave the Tennessee Titans is Treylon Burks. Because I feel like if Burks turns into A.J. Brown, you got to keep him. And I would have said Derrick Henry, but he's aging. And for Kevin Byard, he's also aging. Jeffrey Simmons is a close second for last to leave for me. But Derrick Henry, no, just because he's aging, in my opinion.
This is a real easy question. Kevin Byard.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that Kevin Byard's close second, kind of. But he's aging, though, is the thing. He's getting older.
No, he's not.
Well, he's 29. Oh, man. I'm still going to go with Burks, but Byard's up there.
You know what? It's just the best pick of them all. Ryan Stonehouse.
The punter. I mean,
Well, he's
that
a punter.
guy.
No one's going to trade for him, and
True.
he's just going to be so cheap, and they're just going to sign him just over and over.
All right, should we move on to the next one, the next game, or Aiden go?
Oh, maybe. What's his name? Let me look at maybe that tight end.
Oh, Chicken Quanquo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is kind of like if one of us were to play in a game, essentially, what the average American, what could they do in a game of any sport? So an example that was used is, do you think an average American could get a completion in an NFL game? Like, that's like an example. So I guess mine would be, can I go first?
Yes.
All right, so mine is, do you think an average American could score a basket in the whole entire NBA game, just one basket while being tightly guarded by some of the best, like LeBron
No.
James?
No.
Yeah, I said no too. I don't think that would happen, but all right, who's next?
Do you think a regular average human can catch one out of 20 pop fives in the MLB like outfield?
That's a great one.
I say no.
I'm gonna go with no. I think that's a lot harder than it looks.
I'm gonna go with no.
You got too much field to cover, and if your average human's not that fast, it's just no. Hey,
All right. Do you think an average human can play an entire NFL game without getting injured?
No.
No, absolutely not.
So you think you would get injured?
I would argue, honestly, first 5 plays they're going to pick up an injury or at least be hurting.
You a big fat dude lay on you, and I don't think you'll like it.
Yeah, like think about it. Imagine like being a running back and then getting drilled by like some linebacker like Von Miller. I don't think that you're going to feel good.
What about like if you're a quarterback and you got these D lines?
Now, hold on. If you're a kicker or a punter, it all depends on the position. If you're like a punter, then possibly.
But what about if you're a quarterback?
Absolutely no. Probably like first 3 plays you're gone unless you've got protection all 3 plays.
What about if you are O-line?
No.
What if you're a running back?
Absolutely no.
What about wider?
If you're gonna say if you're gonna ask a receiver, first play you're getting knocked out. No. Pretty much any position except for a kicker, I would say it would be an injury. Even punter, you probably get
new like Nashville jerseys, soccer club.
What?
Nashville Soccer Club jerseys.
What about them?
They're gonna get new soccer joke.
Oh yeah, they're releasing the jerseys. That's actually something. If you're in the area, go to that. It's February 18th from 11:30 to 6 p.m. They're releasing the jerseys.
What do you think it's gonna be?
I got some people who like know kind of like the front office, and sounds like it's gonna be an all black jersey.
Yeah, because I think it is because the picture they changed her logo to all black.
Yeah, they did. So it's gonna be an all black jersey. I already saw a leak of it. Actually, I'll send that to you guys after the show. It's I don't like it. It's really bland. It's really really bad actually. So I pray it's not that. That's our away jersey. I think our home jersey is just like that yellow. All right. Do you guys want to move on to statements?
Yeah, if you want to.
All right. I'll go first. So here's my statement. MLB is better than college baseball. Would you agree? Yes or no?
No.
No.
All right. Well, I'd say yes. Okay, what's your statement?
Um, Tennessee is always the most hated on team.
Absolutely not.
Who isn't?
What? Who is then? Duke, North Carolina, Virginia.
In all of sports. Wow.
Oh, in all of sports, the Dallas Cowboys, the LA
No,
Lakers.
like all college sports.
Oh, all college sports, Alabama, Georgia,
Why are they hated
um,
on?
Duke.
Why are they hated on?
Why is Alabama hated on? Because
No, they
they.
don't get the recognition they heard. Not like hate, but like they don't get the recognition. Like they're
Oh,
underrated.
don't get the recognition. Oh, kind of like for that I'd go with TCU, Virginia. I really argue because the basketball team has been so good. We've won championships and no one cares. Baseball won championships, no one cares. Football played Clemson and almost beat them. Went to an ACC championship. Went to the Orange Bowl, no one cares. Uh, I'd say Virginia or Nebraska, dude. Nebraska gets so much hate for that type of stuff. All right, next
And
one.
Wait, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
oh my god. Also,
Tennessee's up there though, Alex. I'll tell you that.
suspended indefinitely.
What?
Also, P cheerleading has been suspended indefinitely.
For what?
I don't know.
That's weird. But I would actually say, hold on, Tennessee is up there though. It's one of the most like kind of overlooked teams. It's like disrespectful.
So, Aiden, what did you say?
Okay, I got one. Football is the best sport to watch.
No,
Yes.
it's probably soccer just because there's no ads.
What?
Yeah, if you like soccer, I
Oh.
mean, it's the best.
No, it's physical, nice, and do y'all know that you remember a couple years ago when that soccer team got trapped in the cave for a couple
Yeah,
of weeks?
yeah, I remember that actually.
The captain of that team just died today
Wait, really?
at 17.
Oh no, R.I.P. That's not good,
What is it?
man.
What happened?
The captain of that soccer team died.
Of what soccer team?
The team who got trapped in the cave. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. All right, let's move on to our final little thing here, kind of like bold predictions.
But
You
no,
guys
should we announce who won?
Oh well, yeah, duh. All right, who wants to announce it? Should we just both announce it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready? Drum roll. 3, 2, 1. Aiden Lee is the champion of season 1. Prediction.
Yeah.
Benjamin Dominic Ray
Is in
is
second,
in second.
and Alex Bruce Lee is in third.
Christopher.
I'm gonna call you Bruce Lee. All right, Alex is in third. I'm in second. Aiden dominated was first because he kind of like never wagered, never took any risks, and just predicted. And yeah, that's the reason. So yeah, so Aiden does win. We'll announce kind of like what's happening with that later on. Do you guys have like any predictions or no?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yours first.
What's your bold prediction?
I want to hear yours first.
You want to hear mine first? Well, does my Nebraska one count, or have I already put that up there?
We've already put that up there.
Okay. All right. Ready? This is for 50 points. And this stems from who's the most hated team? And my answer is Virginia. So with that being said, I say that UVA, University of Virginia, will win the 2023 March Madness National Championship. That's my extremely bold prediction. That's for 50 points. Book it, write it down. Make
You write
yours.
it down.
You want me to write that down? Here, I'll text it. Okay, someone make theirs.
I don't even want that on my computer.
What's your issue with Virginia?
Just so you know the guy that they just like not good. The guy that LeBron scored over for his sport record was the same guy that gave up Dirk Nowitzki's point record from Wilt Chamberlain.
Really?
Or the guy that was defended. He defended Dirk's shot the time when he broke the record.
That's crazy. What's their bold prediction though?
Tennessee will make the Final Four in
So you have them losing.
baseball, basketball, and make the
So you have them losing in the championship or in the Final Four then?
No. I just think it's less risky to say they're both.
Okay. So you said Tennessee makes the Final Four in baseball and in basketball. It's worth 50 points. So how this works, you guys, is if this prediction comes true, right? Let's say we're in season 3, season 4, randomly in baseball season, if Tennessee or wherever has made the Final Four in both sports, Alex all of a sudden will just get 50 points added to his prediction. Total, if that makes sense. All right, Aiden, what's yours?
Let me think. Okay. My early bold prediction is that the Kansas City Chiefs will make the playoffs again next season.
No, I have to do something besides football.
What?
Yeah, because that's way too long away, because football heads into 2024.
Okay.
We're trying to make it for spring.
Okay.
It has to be something spring related.
Tennessee will make it to March Madness.
That's not bold, dude.
Well, it's 50 points.
No, it has to be bold prediction.
Okay.
Like Alex already said, the Final Four. Why don't you just say they'll win the championship?
Well,
You
no,
guys not so, confident about it?
okay. Gosh, I can only think of. Trying to think. Okay, no, not. Oh my. I got one. Does
Alright.
the Bruins winning the Stanley Cup count?
Yes, I guess. Well, no, because that happens in the summer.
Oh my.
I'm sorry, Aiden. We're aiming for the spring.
Wait.
If you can't think of one, we'll do that. If not, then I'm
Wait, then I need to change mine. Mine's baseball.
Wait, when's the College World Series? Why don't you just say they make the semifinal in March Madness?
They go to the finals.
All right. Okay, so I say Virginia wins March Madness. You say that Tennessee goes to the finals of March Madness. Aiden.
Yeah.
Give us something. Okay, what about March Madness related? Who's gonna win? Well, you guys don't watch golf. Who's gonna win the Masters? I'm just trying to think of random ones. I wouldn't know that either right now. Uh, Dang. Think of something. How about this? No, that's too long. Who's gonna win the Champions League?
I don't know what that is.
Dude, Aiden, we're supposed to come up with these before the podcast. Aiden, you
Um,
gotta give us something. What's a bold March Madness prediction? How about that? We'll just say that.
okay, South Carolina will repeat as women's national champions.
That's perfect. There you go. Book it. There's Aiden's predictions. There's all of our predictions. Alex, did you get those?
Oh, you were supposed to do it.
Where do I keep it though? Because you count up all the points. All right, let's go. Okay. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please visit us at tlees5588@gmail.com. Again, tlees5588@gmail.com. Go to our link tree. Have a great night. Goodbye. Thank
Well,
you.
hold on. I got an announcement to make.
Yes.
So, everyone that's listening, since I won the prediction thing, I want to be nice and I want to give away something to the fans. So, I checked on my Microsoft points and I got 9,000 points. So, that means I have enough to redeem myself a $5 Amazon gift card. So, any of y'all out there listening to In the Pressbox right now, and you want a $5 Amazon gift card, comment down below.
And
Go.
I have a $10 gift card, so maybe we could do a competition where the first gets 10, the second maybe gets 5.
Yeah, so
Good idea.
we could think of like a competition, and maybe y'all guys can get.
Wait, actually, hold on. Let me check something really quick. Hold on. Wait. I think I may have a gift card too. But it's not like, it's like online though. I don't know how that's going to work. Hold on. I think I may have like a $50 gift card that could be like the first prize.
Well, you're gonna do all that.
How about this? I'll give away 20 of those $50. So 20's first prize, 10 second, 5 is third.
Wait, how's that gonna work?
I have no idea. Alright, doesn't matter. I'm going. Have a good night. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Congratulations, Aiden. Sorry that the podcast was shorter. We'll do better next week. And we'll do better next time. Goodbye. Have a great night.
I love y'all.
Goodbye.
And